Sam Tobin, Sound of Joy Music Services. How is everyone doing this fine and chilly and freezing Christmas Eve 2022? We're going to have a quick musician's shed. Again, I'm always about making sure if I have something I can share that can be beneficial to the practicing or the performing or the ministering musician, that I don't keep it to myself. This is also being simulcast on my Facebook page, so we're getting to cover all the outlets that I have online. So we are taking a vocal from Instagram. Again, I awesome. I am also on Instagram. You can find me at samuel.tolbert on Instagram. And I want to be able to share the chords that can be placed excuse me, that can be placed around an actual vocal. So, because I've already previewed the vocal, I know what key it's in, but I want to give you an idea how you go about finding those keys from actually practicing. Let me just take a dip of Poland Spring. I have no, uh, you know, whatever with them. All right, let's switch our scenes. This is our work screen. There we go. So, as you know, I've always stressed that you should practice scales. Why? Because when you practice scales, you will hear where notes are found in any song that you might want to hear or listen to. So, chromatic scales, I've been always been telling you to practice scales that are in the key of the song you're playing in. But when you do chromatic scales, your ears will hear. Welcome, Brother Smith. Your ears will hear all the notes in a range on the keyboard. So the more you practice, the more you hear chords or notes in that range. Now, is there any really specific fingering for doing chromatic scales? I've always used three fingers because it's comfortable for me. Whichever way you find that you can get to all of those notes. Who else has joined us? Welcome, Brother Thomas. So, I have a guest, I will say not an unwilling singer, but a singer who I was able to screen capture off of my Instagram page. And I said, wow, I have to bring this in and do a lesson on it. Now, I've already previewed what key it's in, but I want you to hear the singing. And in fact, let's bring up our singer. Okay, why can't we bring up our singer? Let me start it off then. That's why I can't bring it up. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Now, imagine as a musician, you have an opportunity to play behind not just this wonderful singer, but any singer who sings straight, flat footed notes without the support of a lot of music behind them. What key did you hear her in? Let's go back. Remember, we just did we got our ears trained to hear notes. Now, what some musicians will do is when a person starts singing a cappella, and if they're not comfortable with playing scales, if they're not comfortable doing that, they will search for her key. But let's see if we heard that key in our practicing this morning.
The world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her
Ah, there we are.
King. Let every heart prepare its room.
So now we know, and this is one of the questions that came up